Hello everyone, this is Dina Stevenson. Just a real quick video on some myths that I'm noticing that people are believing as it relates to recruiting on social media. Over the past, few days, I've been interacting with individuals who want to sign up for the online social media recruiting boot camp that I'm going to be having starting on June 6th. But they are a little apprehensive because of there's several myths, but I'm going to address just three of them today. The first is that you have to be technologically savvy. It's so not true. If you are already on social media, or you've at least dibbled and dabbled in it a little, you have a Facebook account, you have a Twitter account, you might have a LinkedIn. I mean, it really, if you have been able to interact, respond to people's posts, if you've responded to an email before, it really is no different. You're reading posts, you're responding to things that you agree with, or maybe even possibly disagree with, but you're having interactions with people. If you know how to do that, if you know how to type, and I'm not saying you have to be a speed typer. If you can peck a response, then you're going to be fine. So there's no technology involved other than just turning on your computer or your smartphone, logging on to a social media site, and begin having an interaction with someone. The second myth is that you have to have a fan page. So not true. Now, there are some people who have fan pages, and that's great, but it is not necessary, because typically a fan page is really promoting your company or your service or your product, when actually you should be promoting you. You are the brand that needs to you're branding yourself. So, because remember that the law of attraction states that people only do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So you first have to build some authentic relationships with people. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take, a long time to do that. However, an interaction is all you need, human interaction. You're branding you, not your product, not your service, not your company. So just keep that in mind. So a fan page is absolutely not necessary. And the third myth that I'm finding people are believing is that you have to have a large following, that you have to have a ton of people following you on Twitter, you have to have a ton of friends on Facebook, and it's so not true. Think about this. You're at a soccer event with one of your children, and you're having a conversation with either a mom or a dad. You don't know one another, but over time you're having conversations with each other, and there is an authentic relationship beginning. It is no different than social media. You begin to know, when you're in certain groups, you begin to see the same people posting. You may not know them, you may not be friends with them on Facebook. However, you're having a conversation. They may have a comment regarding a particular post, and then you may respond as well. And you begin to notice that you're responding to the same post. That's really all that matters. You don't have to have a large number of people. There are 1.4, I think, billion people on Facebook, I heard from last count. So there are a lot of people that you can interact with, and you don't need to be friends with all of them. You're building relationships. In the end, people, we just need to be human. Just be human, develop authentic relationships with people online, whether you know them or not, and you will do well. So, that's it. Three myths. There's a ton more that I will go over on my online social media recruiting boot camp that begins, on June 6th. And I'm going to show you how technologically savvy I am not, because my link to my boot camp is either above me or below me. I can't really remember, but at any rate, it is attached to this video. So please take the time, get registered, especially before May 31st, when our early bird special ends. And until then, don't believe the myths. All you need to do is remain human.